Hello students, welcome to Engineers Academy. Do hit the subscribe button if you are here for the first time. Now we are going to solve this problem which says that two trains, each having a speed of 30 km per hour, are headed at each other on the same straight track. A bird that can fly of 60 km per hour flies off the front of one train when they are 60 meters apart and heads directly for the other train. On reaching the other train, the bird flies directly back to the first train and so forth. And it is said that we have no idea why a bird would behave in this way. And further, it is said that what is the total distance for the bird travels before the trains collide. So we have train A. Let's say this is our train A, TA, and we have train B. So this is our train B. They are a 60 kilometer apart. So the distance between both the trains at t equals to 0 is 60 kilometer. Both the trains are moving with velocity of 30 kilometer per hour, and they are approaching each other from the opposite direction on a straight track. And further, it is said that a bird flies from one of the trains. So let's say that this is the bird. Let's say this is our bird, and the bird is flies from the front of one of the train. Let's say that it starts flying from train B with a velocity of 60 kilometer per hour. So we are required to find the total distance traveled by the bird when both the trains collide. So as we can see that both the trains are moving with 30 kilometer per hour and they are approaching each other from the opposite side. So we can say that the approach speed of both the train is double of this speed. So they are approaching each other with a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. So we can say that the approach velocity of both the trains is 60 kilometer per hour. So, or we can say that that 60 kilometer per hour is the relative velocity of both the trains. They are coming towards each other with a relative velocity of 60 kilometer per hour. So instead of VA, I will write that this is the relative velocity. So the relative velocity of both the trains is 60 kilometer per hour. So the time they will take to collide will be equal to this relative velocity. We know that this relative velocity, we know that the distance traveled by both the trains when they collide will be equal to the relative velocity multiplied by the time taken. So we can say that this is delta t. So now we are given that both the trains are 60 kilometer apart. So the s is given. So we can say that s is 60, and they are approaching with 60 kilometer per hour as well. So we can find the time taken by both the trains until they collide. So we can say that delta t, this is the time taken to till collision. So this will be equal to 60 kilometer divided by 60 kilometer per hour. So kilometer will cancel out and we will get 60 divided by 60. So that will be 1 hour. So both the trains will take 1 hour to collide when they are 60 kilometer apart. Now the bird is moving with a 60 kilometer per hour. So the distance traveled by the bird will be, we can say that the distance traveled by the bird, I will write that this is s bird. So the distance traveled by the bird will be equal to the velocity of the bird multiplied by that delta t. Since delta t, we want to find the distance traveled by the bird when both the trains collide. So we will use that delta t, which is the time taken till collision. So we can say that the velocity of the bird is 60 kilometer per hour and delta t is 1 hour. So the bird will travel 60-kilometer distance when both the trains will collide when they are 60 kilometer apart.